There are some absolutely phenomenal lyrics, and there are some poo-poo doo-doo garbage lyrics. And today we got the worst lyrics I've ever heard, man. Let's get into it.
Lyrics are somewhat important when it comes to music. Like, you can listen to music for the instrumental, totally, but if someone is singing poopity whoopity scoop over a great instrumental, this song becomes a little bit unlistenable. For real.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. 2021 Yeet had no idea what he was saying. He had his own language, but the beats was tough and his voice sounded amazing. So this nigga doesn't know what he's talking about.
So that beat is great. So, I mean, it's just kind of hard to listen to that song. Regardless, on occasion, I'll be listening to a song I really like or I'm really enjoying, and boom, out of nowhere, a horrible line is uttered into the
I'm the shit. I'm that bitch. I'm Miss Poopy.
microphone that makes me quiver with disgust, distraught, disdain. I don't know. It just really sucks and it makes the song worse. So today I picked a few of my least favorite lyrics of all time, and I also asked you guys for what you thought were some of the worst lyrics of all time as well, and we're combining them into one big list. By the way, poop bars are banned from this video. We already all know that they all suck. We don't need to go over it again. Anyways, actually, one of the examples that you guys gave me was poopity scoopity whoop.
Nah, in the 2020s, niggas have genuinely been spamming. You think you the shit. You not even a fart, nigga. Them shit's
By
tough.
Kanye.
What are you talking about?
Obviously, that wasn't a real one. Another good example is Kodak Black's feature on Drowning, where he goes, "I'm the shit, I'm farting." Now, I don't count this as a poop bar necessarily because it's technically a fart bar. And yeah, this one was definitely a song ruiner for me. Another great example that you guys pointed out was from Drake's The Heart Part 6, in which Drake says, "That Epstein angle is the shit that I expected."
This Epstein angle was the shit I expected.
And you know what's crazy? Drake did not deny the claims. He was just like, man, why y'all bringing up that shit with me and Millie Bobby Brown when she was 15, nigga? I just wanted some young buns. Why leave me alone? He didn't.
Drake said this because Kendrick was calling him a PDF file, as you guys remember.
He was like, I already knew this was coming.
He was like, I expected you to call me this. But he never actually like refuted it. And then obviously the Epstein stuff is just getting worse day by day. So not a great line. So somebody commented the lyric, "See my little daughter, bad as hell and she ain't even 5.
Bro, y'all just don't understand the lyrical genius of Lil Durk, bro. He was talking about, you know, that she young, man. She just young dad.
Bad as hell and she ain't even 5.
This is from Lil Durk's song 248, and I'm just gonna go out on a whim here and say he meant bad as in like she misbehaves. I'd imagine that's what he meant.
He gets it, bro.
If that's not what he meant, you know,
he could have worded it
not
better,
good.
for sure.
But I can't imagine he'd say that for real about his daughter. Yeah, he wouldn't do that. Not my Dirk.
Evil
Someone else said,
Dirkio.
anything released by Ice Spice post Y2K. With the reply being SpongeBob Big Guy Pants, okay. Yeah, Ice Spice, I mean pre Y2K. What bars has she had that are good? She's had horrible bars throughout her entire career. I could put a bunch up on screen right now.
Nah, what am I, mother? He in the party, he just wanna run. Big boobs and a bust they plump. But I get the whole function turned, bro. Y'all sleep. Y'all, what am I, mother? You bugging. He want my body. He telling me, please. Oh, I'm walking past him. He said for my breeze. What am I, mother? My heart. What am I, bacon nigga cheese my heart? Yo, nah, she lit. What a
She's just
what
a
bro.
bad bar factory. As a Swiftie, the Life of a Showgirl album has a ton of them. This is very true, and the first thing that came to mind for me was Eldest Daughter, obviously by
Who actually is listening to Taylor Swift, bro? This shit made me mad.
Taylor Swift, in which she says, "I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage." She also says, "Every eldest daughter was the first lamb to the slaughter, so we all dressed up as wolves and we look fire." I've covered this in videos before, I don't remember which ones, but
This Roman Atwood Smile More merch wearing ass nigga actually listens to this shit. He don't actually listen to Taylor Swift, bro. You being performative. He got women's literature and matcha in a book bag.
again, this is bad. It's just not a good lyric. That's all there is to it. Because you know I like it young, fresh, and green with no hair in between. Know what I mean? Always comes to mind on this topic. Notorious B.I.G., Prime Diddy era. Someone responded to this, actually. This is an interesting little debate here. Nothing wrong with that. Biggie was a young man in his prime, so it's no wonder he wants a young woman in her prime as well.
See, old niggas, bro, we gotta start checking the old heads, bro. A nigga literally is saying how he likes kids, and they saying, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that young buck. You know, we was up in the club in the 80s. It was 15-year-olds in there. We was getting crazy with Diddy parties, son. We was pissing on all of them, giving them golden showers, son.
People want to create narratives in their minds now. So
Oh my God,
someone
crazy.
rightfully so
Bro,
responded.
this shit
No woman
propaganda.
past puberty goes without hair, my guy. All right, yeah, I mean, he could have been talking about like razors here. I mean, young, fresh, and green. I don't know. This is a weird line, but it's also for a song called Diary of a Madman. So maybe this is like him writing from the perspective of a madman. I don't know. I really don't know how to explain this. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Guilty.
Because you know I love it young, fresh and green, with no hair in between, know what I mean?
Guilty.
Someone here commented another Taylor Swift lyric saying, thinly veiled metaphors have the potential to be the absolute worst. Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Redwood tree, it ain't hard to see. His love was the key that opened my thighs.
Yeah, the song is called Wood. I don't know. That one's just this album seems to be full of horrible lines, and this is definitely one of the best exemplars. Exemplars. Is that even a word, bro? Okay, for some reason I don't remember this line that someone pointed out, but Rick Ross said on Drake's song Lord Knows, I fell in love with the pen, started fucking the ink.
I fell in love with the pen, started fucking the ink.
That's a bar.
Wow. That's not good at all. That is just bad. I took Maddie home and I enjoyed that. Okay, we're gonna skip past that. Oh, this is a really bad one. It's called Don't Trust Me by 303. It's a fun song. It has, like a good instrumental. The vocals sound good, but the lyrics, like halfway through the song, there's a bridge that just ruins it, where the vocalist goes, shush girl, shut your lips, do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips.
Shush girl, shut your lips.
You already know the nigga who made this video listens to this song every day, unironically. This is one of his favorite songs. He just wanted to put this bitch in there just to shit on it.
Do the Helen
So he ain't
Keller
looking bad.
and talk with your hips.
Aside from it being like offensive, it's also just not good. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't fit the song at all. It takes the song from like, I mean, the song was like pretty playful and like kind of goofy to begin with, but it takes it from like playful and goofy to just like 13-year-old edgelord humor. Just kind of ruins it for me, man. Someone here said, I know my grandpa would have a heart attack if I pulled $100 grand out, so I'm not gonna pull $100 grand
That's a
out.
fucking bar.
My grandpa would have a heart attack if I pulled $100 grand out. So I'm not gonna pull $100 grand out.
Niggas hated on Jack Harlow for wanting his grandpa to have success and health. He want his grandpa to be healthy, so he's not gonna pull 100 racks out. And the niggas hated on that, bro. That's genius lyricism.
This is from Churchill Downs. I listened to this like once and never listened to it
That
again.
shit fire.
If this was any other rapper, I might have said this would be a good line. It'd be funny, but I don't think Jack was trying to be funny here. Maybe he was. I don't know, dude. The Genius Annotation says, people doubt Jack Harlow's lyrical ability, but this lyric proves to the doubters that Jack truly is the Shakespeare of our time. In fact, many have mistaken this part for a Sigmund Freud quote. 100 grand out is a perfect rhyme with 100 grand out, with both phrases sharing the same vowels, consonants, and rhythm. Few would attempt to craft a sentence with such perfect lyrical symmetry, but Jack has the audacity and the genius to pull it off. He really is the rapper of all time. Nothing more needs to be said, in my opinion. Someone here says, I'm Okie Dokie and Loopy and Boo Boo Nana and Kaka by Tyler the Creator.
What the fuck is he talking about?
Tyler has a lot worse lines to pick from, and this kind of like, I don't know. I like the song. I love Wolf. It's right there on my wall. You guys can't see it. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a bad. I think that kind of like goes along with the song. Tyler has a lot worse lines to pick from, like on Shroud Cat, Goblin as a whole, Bastard as a whole. Take your pick. Got so many chains they call me Chaining Tatum by Drake.
But that shit fire. What?
This was almost a song ruiner, but not quite. Again, someone actually did say this. I'm not going to say the words themselves. I'm just going to say that one line from Tron Cat. I didn't know it was from Tyler at the time I first heard it, and even for me, it was a bit too much, and I was listening to Bastard and Goblin.
A pregnant bitch and tell my friends I had a threesome.
So yeah, Tyler definitely has a history with lyrics that make songs a little tough to listen to. Honorable mention here, HH by Kanye. I'm the villain. Again, I've said this before, the lyrics are entirely what ruins the song. The rhythm, the melody, everything else about it was really good. If it was different lyrics, I think it'd be a great song. Here we have Caterpillar by Royce da 5'9", where Eminem says, shit is real like I pooped Jerusalem.
Bitch, it is real like I pooped Jerusalem.
I got more to say about Eminem soon, but yeah, he's got a plethora of horrible lines to choose.
Bro, all the millennials that be like, oh my god, Gen Z is so soft, and with the cancel culture, you can't cancel someone who don't care. This nigga's the face of that, and he's just so fucking corny, bro. Go back to Slim Shady Twin.
Ironically, the Caterpillar remix had Logic's verse, which was just horrible. Maybe I'll play a clip of that, but that was probably one of the worst verses ever. Not just lyrics, verses.
I'm here to talk about suicide and depression, anxiety, mental health, and all that other shit you scared to mention. Hey, man, it's so great being a white rapper. White, everything. White man, being white, so great. Wow, it's so great.
But yeah, these are a lot of your guys' picks, but I had a few others I wanted to cover. Songs that I think personally were pretty good until this line or a couple lines came up and ruined it for me. For starters, Rick Ross, You Don't Even Know. Put Molly all in her champagne, she ain't even know it.
That's
Took
a
her home and enjoyed
classic.
that. She didn't even know it.
Nigga lost his whole Reebok sponsorship. He getting no more brand deals after this. You can't just be an admitted, sexual offender. Sorry, Rick Ross, it don't work like that. She ain't even know it. My mama had no right letting me listen to that when I was like 10 years old on the radio, bruh. I had no idea what I was talking about. I ain't even know it.
I've covered this line multiple times. He lost his deal with Reebok because of it. It's just crazy that he even thought to say this. But yeah, terrible line. Here we have a line from Drake on Girls Want Girls where he says, you say that you a lesbian, girl, me too.
Say that you a lesbian, girl, me too.
This is something that like I would have maybe said in middle school, like, when you're kind of learning about like gay and lesbians and you're like, oh, well.
I'm not gonna lie, that whole album, Drake was farming Instagram captions. So I see where he was coming from, bro. He was trying to get the 7th and 8th graders some Instagram captions.
Maybe I'm lesbian because I like girls. Like, that's the sort of logic Drake did. And I'm sure he was kidding. It was in jest. He's a goofer, but not in a song, man. Not in a more serious sounding song. Also, I wanted to address this, but lately I've heard a lot of pre-cum bars. On 21 Savage's latest album, on the song Step Brothers, he says, she's so fine I got her pregnant off my pre-cum.
That's real.
The genius annotation for this one killed me.
She's so fine I got her pregnant off my pre-cum.
And this pissed me off because I was listening to this song when the album came out. And I was like, oh, I like this. It's good. It's pretty good.
The song
He
tough,
says
bro.
that. I'm pissed. And then a couple months later, A$AP Rocky's new album comes out. I'm listening to that in the car, and I hear him say, she gonna make me pre-cum, left it on her chest.
She gonna make me pre-cum, left it on the chest.
So lines about like sex and stuff are, that's one thing. But I feel like pre-cum's a little too graphic, a little too explicit, just too direct. It's like, great, now I'm
Who the fuck is this? Anthony Fantano's like long lost son or something? Why this nigga hating on everything? This Michael Cera looking at that nigga, bro.
about it,
You
right?
listen to
And I
Taylor
don't
Swift, bro.
know.
Come on.
So, let's just stop talking. Why are we talking about this in songs? I don't know. Also, I wanted to include this, but I'm a really big fan of the artist Breakins, as you may have heard before on my channel. And he has a couple of lines I'm not a fan of on his album Hypochondriac. When the album first came out, I was a bit younger. I didn't care as much about these things. But going back to that album, and it's still one of my favorite albums I've heard, but hearing him say, why you want to link, I only finger fuck strings. I don't know if I can be your lust king.
So why you wanna link? I'd rather finger fuck strings, and I don't know how to be a lust king.
Man, turn that shit off, bro. Why did that just why did he just condemn my ears to that shit? Nigga just sent me to hell for 3 seconds.
Again, I love Breakins. I love that album. I love that song even. But every time I listen to it, I have to power through that line and kind of just shake my head. I hit one of these every time I hear it. There's also this one on, I believe it's called Teeth. Yes, Teeth. Where he goes, fighting for my will like the ring is Elden.
Fighting for my will like the ring is Elden.
Foul tarnished, in search of the Elden Ring.
I mean, we don't need to say that. I think video game bars are kind of corny, especially on like a more serious song, but whatever. I'll let that one slide. This one isn't the worst thing I've ever heard, but it always just kind of disappoints me. And this is on Forever by Amine. Amine is one of my favorite rappers for the sake of like his vibe. I think he has a great vibe. He's a cool guy. And when he said on that song, hit it with some rhythm, call it pussy percussion.
That's a bar.
I was truly just disappointed. It's not a terrible line. It's far from the worst line I've ever heard. But I feel like Amine could do a lot better. And that's what really disappointed me. I'm almost crying right now. That's how sad I am about that. That's like a bar you come up with in middle school. And yeah, it's just not good. Here
You've been
we
waiting
have
to say that shit
Push
since
and
middle
Pee by
school.
Gunna, but this line is from Future. And it's the classic iconic meme where he goes, she not a lesbian, for P she turned lesbian.
She not a lesbian, for peace she turned lesbian.
If it weren't for the memes, I'm not gonna lie, this would have been rough. It's almost like they made it as like a rage bait, like a way to like trick us into listening to it because they knew it would become a meme. But yeah, just a terrible, like, what does that even mean? You know, I know what it means, but like, what does that mean? You know, it's just, what are we doing, bro? Then we got some lines from our boy Eminem.
See, look, this nigga's aging horribly, bro. Look at the wrinkles under his eyes. He look like the withered version of Slim Shady, bro. He need to lay out them yerkiantes. Send this nigga to the nursing home.
And like I said, there's
like
a lot
today.
to pick from. You got That's an Awfully Hot Coffee Pot.
That's an awfully hot coffee pot.
We got the one where he goes, you ever heard of Christofferson? Well, I'm pissed Offerson.
You heard of Chris Christopherson? Yeah. Well, I'm pissed Offerson.
And honestly, I could pick any random song. And when I was making this video, I was like, let me just go to Kamikaze, because I used to like that album. I went to The Ringer, and one of the first things he says on The Ringer, which is the intro track, he pretty much kicks off his album by going, I'm about to rip the alphabet.
Ain't no mistakes allowed, but make no mistake, I'm about to rip the alphabet. I make raise some brows.
Eminem, bro, like he's honestly, other than like the Marshall Mathers LP and some of his really early stuff, I genuinely do think he's horrible. I think his lines just
that
age
nigga is
so
trash.
poorly. It's like, especially at age 40 something, it's like, are you really still trying to do this at 40, bro? I don't know, disappointing. This one I forgot about, but just England is my city from Team 10.
England is my city.
That's just iconic. This one is kind of disappointing. On the song Cancel Me by Dominic Fike. I really like Dominic Fike. I really like his whole discography. But then he goes, I hope I get me too'd.
They need you, I hope I get me too.
So the premise of the song is, I hope they cancel me so I can spend more time with my family. You know, he doesn't actually want to be canceled. He's just kind of talking about like, oh, I don't really want to be famous. You know, it has its problems. I get that. There's other ways to get canceled. You don't have to say, I hope I get me too'd. That's a stretch too far, I think. And another artist that I thought had a lot of good options for this video was Big Sean. Specifically on the song where he says, she doing tricks with the pussy like she a magician, or whatever he says.
She doing tricks with a pussy, I guess she's a magician.
Magician, bro, really? And this was, I thought it was kind of cool in middle school. I was like 14 when I heard this. I'm 23 now, and I don't want to hear about magicians. So yeah, that aged very poorly. Also, really quick, this isn't a bad lyric necessarily, but when Cardi says on Opium Baby, she want to eat my lingo, hold up, what the fuck?
Hold the fuck up. Nigga, Jordan Terrell Carter, aka Baby Boy, aka King Vamp, slander will not be fucking tolerated. Take this lyric out of here. Nigga, this is one of the greatest lyrics to ever pop up onto my screen and into my ears. Bitch ass nigga. Take this video, take this part of the video out, bruh. This nigga finna get put in the fucking food chain, nigga. X5, X-Man, Top Flow Boss, nigga. We all coming after your dumb ass. Hold on, I'm fucking disliking this video. Fuck you.
What does eat my lingo mean? I don't know. Maybe I'm too old. Let me know in the comments below.
Yeah, this nigga don't understand shit, nigga. You don't understand that she gonna eat his lingo, nigga. It's what's understood don't need to be explained. What you talking about?
But yeah, this was these are some of the worst lyrics I've ever heard. Not the Cardi one, but everything else. Obviously, there's levels to worse. Some are just disappointing. Some are actually downright horrible. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think the worst lyrics of all time are.
Okay, it sounds like you trying to give yourself an outro. You don't get an outro. I get an outro, bro. This has been the worst lyrics I've ever heard. Appreciate y'all for watching the video, man. Love y'all boys. OPG4L. Oh way or no way.